Hello, my name is Simona, I'm crochet designer, and today I will show you how to make chunky wool blanket. I will be using chunky wool, this time is white color, so you will need 3 kilograms of this chunky wool. You will need 3 kilograms of this chunky wool. So this is all I will need for the chunky wool blanket. This is the wool from MonoMey Studio. You can get this wool the same right here. So now let's start making the blanket. Firstly, what's important is that I'm making the blanket not from whole this wool, but I'm making it in two equal pieces, and just doing this all the time. So I will be preparing a little bit of it, so this is enough. Another one I'm rolling in a small ball. I will be using it later also, so just like this. So I'm putting this piece aside, and I will be starting to crochet, to knit, to arm knit with this piece. My chunky wool blanket is in a shape of a rectangle. It looks like this, and we will start from this side of the blanket. So firstly we will make this side, and then we will chain a bit, and then work to the other side, then chain, work to this side, and it's like playing a snake. We will make our blanket like this till the very end. So now it's very important how many chains we make, so it will be our longer side of the blanket. This is the blanket, the final result. This is how it looks like. It's quite big. This blanket right from here to here is 1 meter 40 centimeters, 45 centimeters, and from here to here it's 1 meter. So right here I started this line with 34 chains. If you want to be the blanket bigger, and if you want to be it longer, I made it also 34 rows. You can make it more or less, so it will be bigger or smaller. So if you want to be it twice smaller, make 17 of chains there and 17 right here, so it will be twice smaller. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And you can take a look. Really nice and beautiful natural wool. So let's start. I'm making a knot like this. I can show it slowly once again. 2 fingers wrap around it like this, and then put the wool from the back and make a loop. So right here you can see 1, 2 loops we have. So this is 1, 2. In total we have to have 34 chains. So let's continue now how we are working further. Putting our fingers through the loop, grabbing the wool, maybe from this side, and pull it through. Let's put our project like this. I will be working to this side, so mainly I will be using my right hand. So how I'm making the loops: putting your fingers through the loop, grabbing the wool and pulling it through. So 1, 2, 3. Putting my fingers through, grabbing the wool and pulling it through. Make sure that you are making equal loops, equal chains, just like this. And again, putting your fingers through, grabbing the wool, pulling through, putting it nicely. and repeating the same all the time till you have 34 loops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can stop the video right now and finish doing the same. By the time, just make the wool into 2 pieces and make a small ball of the other side of the wool. Make sure that it's not twisted from the main part that we are working now. As you can see, it can get into pieces really easily. Once you've done that, come back to your project and just make. You can always come back, as I did. I think the loop that was a little bit bigger than the others. You can always come back if you do not like your loops. I'm also doing this just to make sure that it's all in the same size. So let's stop the video right now and continue till we have 34 chains. I have made 34 chains. This is how it looks like. Straight, it looks like this. So now we will, 34 loops. If you want to make the blanket bigger, make it more. If you want to make your blanket smaller, make more loops right now. So what we are doing now, we're going to row 2. So this is row 1. Let's go now to row 2. Let's chain one more. So chain 1, and it's gonna be our first loop. Now, as we're going from left to right, mainly I'm using my left hand. So in these every stitches we will have to make a loop. So this is the first one that I made right here. Now to the second one, put your fingers right here, grab the wool and pull it through like this. Now to the next stitch, put your fingers like this, grab the wool and pull it through. The first round maybe it's harder, but later it will be easier as you will have bigger loops. So right here also put your fingers, grab the wool and pull it through. Make sure all the loops are equal, then your project will be nice, will look really, really nice. You see, this is the smaller one, so do not be afraid to pull it, to come back and make it equal. So continue like this on every stitch, pulling the loops. So put the wool right here. Now to the back, to the next loop, put your fingers, grab the wool and make a loop like this. Next stitch, like this. So now you can stop the video and continue making these loops from here till the very end to right here. And I finished making these loops all over my chain. So in total we should have 34 loops. Do not worry if you have 1, 2 or 3 loops less or more. The blanket will be a little bit bigger or smaller, but the final result will be just perfect. And I think that you noticed that when we made the chain it was one size. When we added these loops it expanded because we added loops and it got bigger. So making the first chain does not show us what's gonna be the final size of the blanket. So we made the chain and then we added the loops. Now our third row. we will be working from right to left, so my main hand will be right. And in these loops, putting my finger and pulling it through to the next one, putting my fingers and pulling the loop through to the next loop, putting the fingers and pulling it through. And this is how it looks like. This is the end. At the very end, I will hide this chunky wool between the stitches right here. So, but for now, I will leave it like here. So, put the fingers and pull it through. Put the fingers. If you are using other hand for making, make sure that you make it with the same hand all the time, because either you pull it from one side or to the other side, it makes a difference to the final look. So just use the hand you prefer. And it's important to make the same size loops so that blanket would be equal. And you can see the braids are coming up. So mainly what you have to do, making loops to the one side, then going up to the other side and making like this 34 rows. So actually you can stop the video right now, as you will be repeating the same all the time. Put on your favorite movie or TV show and just enjoy the process. So I will be making also the same, and I will see you somewhere in the middle of my project. So making the loops one by one, then going to another row and making the loops one by one, from this side to this side, from this side to this side. Okay, so stop the video and just enjoy the process. And I'm halfway done. The blanket is getting bigger and bigger. I know that I am halfway done because the chunky wool ended, so I have another part, the second part. So now I will just continue working and I will show you how I'm joining the ends of the cords. So just making like this. So this is the end, and let's take the another end and just make a small nice knot right here. So very softly like this. Now when you continue working on this, make sure it's in the back like this. Let's try this. Perfect. Let's stay it like there. This is the knot, and I'm continuing and I'm leaving it in the back. So from the front side it's invisible, and continue working like this. I hope you like my video tutorial. Also check my other video tutorials that I have. I'm creating crochet bags, totes, placemats, baskets, rugs, and more. So also if you have any questions, please let me know. I want to show you, once the project is getting bigger, I'm rolling this end just to have this end next to me, so this one is perfectly and safely rolled. This is all that matters, and then I can work on this side. So just roll the end to have it closer end of this right here. And my project is coming to an end. This is almost the last row. So this is 1 and 2, and now I will be making the last round. I will show you how to make the nice ending. So you can make as many rows as you prefer right here, as big as you want. You can turn the sides like this in to make it nicer. So make as many rows as you prefer. I made 34 rows right now. So now the last row, what we will do, take one loop and another one and pull it through. Have this loop, leave it your fingers right here, take the next loop and pull it through. You see, nice braid is coming up. So keep this loop and take the next one and pull it through. So leave this one, take the next one. So now it's like pulling through 2 loops. This one, take the next one, pull it through. You have the new one. Take the new one and the next one and pull it through. So do this to all this row and you will finish up with your chunky wool blanket. So I hope you liked the video. Also I will share how the final result looks like. What you should do for the very end, I can show you last 2 stitches. So doing the same, pull it through, grabbing the last one and pulling it through. It looks like this. So now pull a bit, just and cut the end of the cord like this and hide this one inside between the stitches. Right here somewhere you can make like this. Let's say right here you can make a knot. Just to make sure that it will not run away, and then this hide somewhere between the stitches like this. So it's really nice and beautiful. So if you have any questions, please let me know and enjoy creating.